Hi, Chris here. It's 8:05 on Sunday morning. The pollen count here in Derbyshire is very high, and we are gathered here today to witness a Brit attempt the New York Times crossword and fail at the most basic aspects of American cultural knowledge. We know it's going to take a while, so let's get straight into it. Okay, first of all, the mini. We're going to try the mini. Last time it took something like 2 minutes and 5 seconds. This time, no hesitation. I'm just going to go for this. I'm really just going for the speed here. So I apologize if my commentary during the mini is lacking, but I actually want to, I guess, acquit myself from the humiliating performance last time. Let's see. Okay, plea bargain. Apes. Olden. Lee's. That could be Dad. Papa. Oh, Jam. There we go. 18 seconds. Fantastic. Okay, after last week's emasculating embarrassment, that at least makes me feel a little bit better. And that's a nice little warm-up for the crossword itself. Today's crossword set by Timothy Polin. The name is Climbing the Corporate Ladder. What do we have in store today? I think let's go for, we can zoom in a little bit here, I think, just to make it a little bigger. That should be okay to still navigate. There we go. I think we'll go for the same strategy last time as, like, concentrating on one area at a time. Sunni jihadist group. Is that ISIS? Or ISIL? Or IS? Let's go for ISIL. Impermanent Hill? Don't know. I don't know what a Fuji rival would be. Can a mountain have a rival? State bordering British Columbia. British Columbia is in the Pacific Northwest. I can't think of anything but Washington State there, which it probably isn't. Rio Peak. Isn't that, No, isn't that's going to be that the thing where the statue of Christ is? Maybe. Well, let's see. We're not getting far in this corner, are we? If ISIL isn't the Sunni jihadist group, I'm going to be mightily embarrassed, it being the first answer that I even filled in the grid. Probably ends in S. All right, let's carry on a little further. Okay, 5 across just has a dash as a clue. So this is going to be something thematic. Is there anything here that explains what those dash clues might be? Like a clue that ties together all those. No, it looks as though they're completely unclued for the most part. That's mildly awkward. Ingredient in glass making. I don't know. Oh, we also have a few here that... right, automobiles here. So 5 down is automobiles in square brackets. 5 across is a dash. So I wonder if this is one clue. It's automobiles climbing the corporate ladder. Okay, so maybe this is the name of a company that makes cars, and it goes blank, 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 and then across, dun, 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 dun. So it's like 9, I can't count, 9 letters that climbs the vertical and then goes across the horizontal. Let's see if that pans out here as well. So 14 across is, and that's video games, so that could be like Nintendo. In fact, let's pencil that in and see if it buys us anything in terms of crosses. Because I can't think of another 9-letter, likely 8-letter. What is it with counting squares? I can't think of another 8-letter thing here. A video game maker. Architect of the Guggenheim Museum in Bilbao. I'm going to guess that it's I am Pei because that is someone who comes up in crosswords a lot. Now that's wrong because that's Taekwondo. Damn. So that's not Nintendo. Garbage collector, multitudinous, quid pro quo on the radio. Oh, now I'm sort of now I'm confused because I really was attached to that as an answer. Climbing the corporate ladder. See, it is. It's a it's like a little thing, and it climbs. It's got to go from bottom to top. Climbing. So maybe it isn't Nintendo. Maybe there's another 8-letter thing there. But that still doesn't explain why that would be Taekwondo and end in an M. Well, only if that's not the architect. Okay. All right. Let's see here. 1 doesn't have much resistance. 1 ohm. Alternatively, online. OTOH, on the other hand. Lion-hearted sort. Could that be a hero? Golfers drive off at T something. Ready follower. I apologise if you can hear the wind. It's picking up. I have the window open because it's warm in here. Mobile home. No, I don't know. Meal plan. Menu. A ready or not. Yep. A mobile home could be something like a houseboat, potentially. What may be forever? Question mark. Don't know. Liquid harmful to vampires. Silver nitrate. Singer Carlisle of the Go-Go's. Is that Belinda Carlisle? Let's see. All right. I said we were going to go section by section, but I can't resist just one quick pass on these things just to fill in the ones that I definitely know. And there may be a few. Let's see. For example, Looney Tunes Devil for short is Taz. The first silent film to win Best Picture since Wings. Wow, I'm likely not going to get that. I for -1. Isn't that, that's the root, isn't it? Of -1 is I. I don't understand imaginary numbers, but I do know that. Sotofoche. Just going, TV Amazon could be Xena. Alright, just piling through here very quickly. North flowing English river, that could be anything. Ibsen Hedda Gabler. I'm just, as you can see, just blitzing through these just to get the really obvious sort of factual clues. Sometimes they just jump out. And they may give us a bit of a head start on some of these things. What might be revealed in silence? Nope, no idea. Rio de Janeiro Peak. Where is Sugarloaf Mountain? Is that what it is? Because that Sugarloaf would fit. Let's. I'm going to look that one up. Well, there are a lot of them, but Sugarloaf Mountain in Rio de Janeiro. Yes, okay. We didn't cheat there because I was just verifying. And that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Impermanent Hill. No, don't know. Fuji, no, they make film, don't they? On cameras, maybe? I don't know. Exams that students get Fs on. Not a clue. Fully caffeinated, say, could be alert. I don't know what Yardbirds are. No, I think that's as far as we can get in that corner now. Let's try and find something with one of these company names that we can fill in, or take another guess at, and see if we can fill in the crosses to verify our hunch. Elevators. Okay, so a company that makes elevators. Well, there's Schindler, but that's a thing too a square too short. So that's no good. Bean on the moon. Well, wasn't there an Apollo astronaut called Al Bean? But that doesn't fit in 4. In fact, you never see a 2 in a crossword. Let's try another. Insurance. I don't know. Hotels. Marriott could fit. I think that's how you spell it. Double R, double T. Does that give us anything here? Fibonacci for 1. That's a sequence, but it probably is maybe talking about the person. Book report, sneaky, magnifying lens. No, I don't know. It'd be nice to get something in there just to verify. Okay, let's try. Let's see. Okay, liquid harmful to vampires. Am I just losing it here? I can't think of anything other than a stake through the heart, a silver bullet, and I mean herbal tea would fit. Is that harmful to vampires? That's insane. That would be a completely crazy idea. North flowing English River. If we get a couple more letters there, I'm likely going to be able to get that one at least. What may be forever? Okay, 100 Iranian dinars. What is the currency of Iran? Could it be something like lira or rand? Rand? Is that's no, that's wrong, but let's... Okay. Garbage collector, is that going to be something man? Multitudinous. No, I can't see that one. That could be Mad Libs. Lighted icons on airplanes. Looks as though that is going to be seatbelts. And houseboat is looking increasingly likely to be the correct answer. Some offshoots probably ends in an S. Step above amateur, is that going to be something like semi-pro? The north flowing English River. Trent would fit, but that doesn't flow north. Crunchy snacks, rice cakes. Debtor's burden could be a loan. But then we have double A there. Is that even remotely likely? Pamplona runner is a bull or a taureau. Bank deposit, no idea. All right, so let's see. This is the elevators company now has KNO. We're not sure about that. I think of these, cakes could be wrong, or loan could be wrong. So we just need a elevator company. Now it could run the other way, but I mean, for example, if this was Nintendo, right, it could be NINT. The T falls in the right place. EN. College booster, starting with an N. Architect of the Guggenheim Museum would start with a D, and that would end in and O. Does that make any sense? I don't think it does. And it wouldn't be climbing the corporate ladder. I mean, the thing can't... That doesn't hint even that the name could run backwards. Okay, let's try here. Lexical reference, OED. Coming down the line. I'm going to skip the question mark ones because they're going to be awkward and punish. And it's going to be difficult to get a read out of on those without some hints in the form of crosses. Scratches out, ekes out. Maybe. Annual celebration on January the 6th. I don't know what people do on January the 6th, but it could end up with day. Horse colour often is roan in the crossword. Let's try that. I've used that word lots of times in crosswords. I don't have the faintest idea what it means, so let's look that up. And indulge my curiosity here. Black or brown with some white hairs. Okay. Paradoxically, when it's round, it's not circular. Not a clue. Piddling, no idea. The problem is with some of these company names as well is they may not operate in Britain, in which case they may be utterly unfamiliar. I'm trying to think what a silent film would... Oh, no, it was The Artist. It was just a couple of years ago. Quitter could be desist. Suggestions. Maybe it ends in an S. Foolhardy could be rash. Fancy spread, not a clue. Arch, locale. Well, I don't know. Ending in a P, that's strange. You have arches on your feet. There's an arch in St. Louis. No, I don't know. Opposites of fantasts. Fantasts, not fantasists or fantasies. Fantasts. I've never heard that. Maybe we can guess what it means later. Response deflecting blame. Could be not. Well, could be not. Not mine or not me don't fit. But let's leave the not in there. Could be not something. I don't remember my A-level physics, so magnetic induction unit. We're going to have to come back to. Organisation whose website has a lot of links. Could be the PGA. A poetic dusk is probably een or something like that, like a poet's like evening. Or it could be eve, but E-N, E''en. It's probably eve, isn't it? English monarch called the Magnificent. I don't know. It's going to be something like Edward the First or something. Let's put an I in the end there, because chances are it's something the first or the second or the third, in which case they would all end in an I. Move like groundwater seep, maybe? The Devil's Workshop, as the saying goes. I don't know what I don't know what is the Devil's Workshop. Presumably they're saying something like something is the Devil's Workshop. Probably Las Vegas. Sea Dog. Isn't there something... So this Sea Dog is a sailor, I think. And I think... So it's probably another nickname or a name for a sailor. Isn't there something like a tar? Can't they also be known as tars? I may be completely off base there. Having a row could be at it. Shark Girl in West Side Story. Yeah, I'm not gonna get anywhere on that one. Part of an unsound argument, a flaw, a fallacy, a falsehood, none of these fit. Okay. Let's try this bottom right corner. Certain 35mm camera could be an SLR. Relative of a halberd is almost certainly a poleaxe. That fits quite nicely. Lipton employee is going to be someone who makes tea or blends tea or something. Needlework. I don't know, embroidery or something, but it doesn't fit. Path to Enlightenment. Isn't that the Tao? So 119 across. As a consequence, it's probably ergo. Lipton employee may begin with T something. Let's see what that does for us. Something to take to a beach. Begin with PA. I don't know. Needlework. I don't know, but I like that it ends in ing. That seems appropriate. This is an insurance company with 2 L's in. Lloyd's is a big insurer, but I don't know how that would fit. Okay, I wonder if if our read on what's happening with these clues here is a little wrong. Maybe it's not a single word that goes up and across. Maybe it's 2 words, or maybe the word just goes across and then there's something else fills the down or something. Because what if this is Lloyd's or Lloyd? No, that makes no sense. No. Vessels near washstands probably ends in an S. I often a common crossword ease word, ewers. So let's try that. Response deflecting blame. No, I don't know. I think we need to go down the downs. Let's go fairly fast here. Member of a noted quintet. No idea. Attaches with rope could be ties on or ties to. More likely to be on than to because of that. Still don't know. There's obviously not herbal tea, but maybe it's hot something. A young salamander, isn't that an eft? I have a feeling it's an eft. I don't know how I know that, probably through Ubuntu version naming methodologies. A small storage space could be a nook. Could be. We don't know, but it could be. Just a lot of this this getting a foothold in this crossword is just going with hunchy clues in pencil and seeing if anything fits. And if we get a lot of interconnected clues, we start penning them in. as much more likely. Fresh from a shower. Could be wet. Could just be wet. But I don't know about land being something KT. Let's leave the wet in there. I don't know. It's maybe Nook is wrong. Gape at is looks as though it's going to be ogle. What do we have here? So sportswear. It's got a GSD in it. If these are right, that doesn't seem likely. I mean, that could be. No, it couldn't. It'd have to be. Oh, it could be. It could be Nike if it ran top to bottom, but that doesn't seem right. We're missing some important stuff here, I think. We haven't really unlocked this puzzle yet. Okay, improved as relations. I think that's more. This is more likely now to be Ian than Eve, because it probably ends in a D. So, I can't think of the word, but it's going to be some like word meaning repaired or something. Bean on the moon. It's not Sean Bean. I just put that away out of my head. It's clearly not Sean Bean. There was an Apollo astronaut, I'm relatively certain, called Al Bean. So maybe that's what. Maybe it's Alan. Maybe it's just short for Alan. Lipton employee could be tea taster. Aha. A general defeated by Scipio, ending the Second Punic War. Now, despite the fact that a couple of years ago I listened to, well, not all, but a good amount of Mike Duncan's History of Rome podcast, which covered that exact material, you would think that somewhere I might have memorized or learned, even accidentally, the name of that general, but no, I haven't. G to a chemist. Graham? Probably Graham, yeah. That's G to pretty much everyone in countries that aren't the US. I'm just going to put the S at the end of prevents there. Hey something. 1977 Sean Cassidy hit. Not a clue. Some madrigal singers. Don't know, probably ends in S though. Uh, 2008 bailout recipient for short. Well, there was okay. What was the name of the big bank that? Wow, it's just in. It is barely just hanging on there in my brain somewhere inaccessible. I'm very, very close to recalling it, but I don't think it's the name of it anyway. It'll come back to me. Okay, since we just got Tea Taster there, let's see what we have there. Opposites of fantasts. I guess it's going to be realists, looking at what we have there. So a fantast, that's got to be fantasist, right? That's got to, maybe that's an actual typo there. Let's look at the word fantast. Someone who forgets, predicts the future. Okay. Apparently not a typo. The opposite of fantasts is realists. You'll learn something new every day. More to come shortly. Don't know. Alright, these corporate clues, they're making this quite hard. Okay, so what if that is ISIS, and that is an S rather than an L? Some Arctic hunters. Okay, what, so we got polar bears is all I can think of. That's not getting us far. Where's a good place to attack? Liquid harmful to vampires. Obviously hot owl tea. No, I have no idea. For goodness sake, I'm an idiot. Holy water. There we go. So a small storage space wasn't a nook, after all. Stood for probably ends in a D. But what would golfers drive off it? Would that be a tee pad? Is that what they call that? North flowing English River is still sitting there inviting me to fill in Trent, but I know that the Trent flows west to east. Because I live like 3 miles from it. At least it flows west to east here. And from here out to the sea, for that matter. Stood for. As in accepted, or as in ran for office? I don't know. This is a weird puzzle. We're half an hour into it already. We haven't filled in half of it, which I'm not too happy about. But let's see how long it takes. I'm relatively certain the artist is correct. I'm relatively certain realist is correct. Okay, response, deflecting blame. No, I don't see it. The Manhattan campus. No idea. Well, let's just do a quick pass here. Let's see. Fuji rival. Who's still making cameras and film and things? Is that even going to be what it's talking about? Genetic variant. Allele. Melodramatic sound? A sob? That's not necessarily melodramatic. Probably ends in an S, exams that students get Fs on, but I don't have a good read on the meaning of that clue yet. Offshoot. Nope. That feels like we should be able to see it, but can't. Imaginary could be dreamy. In its literal sense. So, okay, so if offshoot was, if cakes was wrong and that was S blank O something, well, it can't be shoot because the word shoot is in the clue, which means it's not going to be in the answer. No, I don't know. So maybe loan is wrong because I don't like that double A here. That doesn't make any sense. Offshoot then could be scion. Ah, right, okay. So debtor's burden. No, I don't know. But I think scion was right. Bank deposit. Snowbank. So the elevators thing probably ends in, well, I don't know. Let's keep going with our, what were we doing, the downs or the acrosses? We were doing the acrosses, weren't we? Because we got dreamy. Give a 0-star review, say. I missed that clue on the first pass. So that could be hate. Oh, improved as relations thawed. Response deflecting blame. Double W doesn't have much of an acceptable ring to it. No, I don't know. More to come shortly could be etc. Needlework is stitching. Really no more complicated than that. Something to take to a beach. A pail? Well, you would call that a bucket, but grow tiresome could be cloy. But then we have, so what's going on here? We have insurance ends in LLACY. Now, where was that part of an unsound argument? See, we were talking about fallacy here. So, all right, I'm confused. So maybe we've got more going on here than we thought, because it talked about a ladder, right? And in the name of the puzzle, we've got ladder, and I thought maybe something going up and then across was what it may have been talking about. Maybe we've got something that ties into the clue at the bottom that goes horizontally, meets the vertical, and then off for another one. So I wonder if we have something like, so that's why we can't get this. That's why we can't get part of an unsound argument, because it ends here. And it's something like a logical fallacy or something like that. Fallacy, and that's insurance. Aflac. Look, there we go. That makes sense, right? That's we've cracked the theme. So, 118 across, part of an unsound argument, logical fallacy, and it steps up like that. That's why this isn't clued, because it doesn't mean anything, and this is clued insurance because the down part of it, that reading backwards, is the name of an insurance company, Aflac. Okay, so we have logic, Aflac, fallacy, logical fallacy. There we go. Over again, afresh. Polex is definitely right. Ergo is right at it. Yeah, this whole corner is now, I think, relatively. Tea taster, definitely. That's got to be pale. That's got to be cloy. Okay, now we know what's going on with these. So what may be forever is a long clue, starting with pos. downhill we have a video games maker, which is maybe Sega. And then across, that's just going to be the end of the clue. So we've got pos blank AGES T blank blank blank. What may be forever? Postage stamp? Really? And this is still wanting me to fill in Trent, even though I know that it doesn't flow north. What is it talking about? Maybe there's another Trent somewhere in the country. This is the Trent that I know. Maybe there's another one. I'm refusing. Genuinely, I am refusing to put in Trent, that the Trent flows north, because I know that it doesn't. Like from here, 100 miles out, or like 80 miles out, it flows east. Okay, let's see. So sportswear. So that could be, it probably is, Nike. This clue, 62 across, annual celebration on January the 6th. Probably ends in day. And then we have something, King's Day. Three Kings Day? Really? On January 6th? Potentially. I've never heard of Three Kings Day, but maybe. Okay, so let's try the rest. Mattresses will be part of a clue that says when viewed one way. I want to say there's a mattress maker in America called Serta. Let's try that. So that would be Hattress. No, I can't quite see that one yet. Elevators. Oh, Otis. So that response deflecting blame is going to be how was I to know? All right, it's coming together now, and we've figured out what's going on with these peculiar clues. Hotels, nothing to do with Marriott because we were way off. I can't think of a four-letter hotel company, but initiates will be. I wonder if it's something like starts. Something ST, maybe. Potentially. Not sure about that. That one we've got. Insurance we've got. Elevators we have. Mattresses we haven't quite fully figured out. Sportswear I think we have. Video games we may be close to. And then automobiles will be part of exams that students get Fs on. So the chances are that doesn't end in an S, because we only put the S in there because we thought that that was the end of the answer. Chances are this is an S. So we need a car company with an L right there. No, all right. I don't have it, but let's see. We have now unlocked a bit of stuff here. Let's see if we can use that to leverage some more answers. Let's just do a quick pass on all the acrosses and then all the downs. Coming down the line could be familiar, as in of a family, and as in a family line. Yeah, I like that. That I think fits. I don't know what this Houston athlete is. Probably going to be the old name of a Houston sports team. we got nothing down in this bottom left corner. This bottom left corner is almost untouched. That's going to be difficult. We may have to look some of this stuff up, because we didn't really get many of those on the cross. Something caught in the air, influenza. I'm not sure about the Arctic hunters. Since we've got influenza in there now, let's see. Future rival Agfa. Relatively certain about allele. Alert looks good. I still don't know what a yardbird is. Oh, sealers, I guess is the name for people who catch seals. So that could be like, let's see. True something. All right, I guess tact could be revealed in silence. It's cons, isn't it? Yardbirds are prisoners. That's it, cons. So tact could be revealed in silence. True. Let's leave that T as a pencil. I'm just not 100% certain. I think that is F, though. I wonder if this is something like exams that students get Fs on is something like true false tests. And that would make the car company Tesla. That makes sense. So that's something. I have no idea who loves baths on TV unless it's Ernie from Sesame Street. Big initials in comedy, SNL. Okay. Well, we got somewhere there. Okay, we were doing the downs. Let's see. A garbage collector, unless it's like a can man, then I don't know. I still don't know what quid pro quo on the radio could possibly even refer to. A lot of this stuff seems like it ties together pretty well. I think we can pen that in soon. Some offshoots. No, don't know. Ah, no. Familial. Okay, familial, not familiar. And firm in a way is al dente. Pretty certain they're about semi-pro. Let's put that in. Debtor's burden is going to be a Leon. Houston Aeros apparently was the ex-Houston athlete or whatever it was. Getting together, meeting up. Rash, pretty certain about. When it's round, it's not circular. Don't know. I don't know. Stop screaming at your screen, please, Marit. I don't know the answer, honestly. Alan Bean. I don't know who the actress Cannon is. Sneaky, don't know. Relatively certain about Ewers. Book report could be anything. Is that going to be Hannibal? Could be. Boulder Dash, what is that going to be like? Huh? Okay. Right. ISIS, definitely. That's right. OTOH, definitely, because it all ties in together. We probably don't even need to put it in. It's just makes it kind of obvious. What if that were postage stamp? Although I don't understand how it means by what may be forever. Well, if that was... Okay, let's get rid of that. I don't think that's Rand. Multitudinous could be myriad. A college booster could be an easy A. I don't know the architect still. I wonder if this is something like Ashman. Oops. And then that could be Gary. And that could be, oh, Paola. So high school class, briefly MIO. Does that make any sense? And the RAL as a currency? Maybe. Let's leave it all there as a in a bit of a question mark at the moment. But it all ties together with no obvious wrongness there. This corner here is a little problematic. I don't know what this ingredient in glassmaking could be. All right, but oh, arch locale instep, definitely. Fancy spread. No, not a clue. Suggestions could be hints. In fact, it is. Okay, so when view one way is in that respect. Perfect. So I don't know what that magnetic induction unit is. And why does it end in... Oh no, it's going to be a Gauss. I was like, why does it end in S when it's a singular clue? Because it's a name that ends in S. Manhattan campus is... like, what is that, like Barnard or something? I mean, it's obviously not Harvard, that's not in Manhattan. It's close to fitting, but it's not right, it can't be. Oh, Idle Hands are the Devil's Workshop. I think. Sneaky Insidious. This is going to help. Let's pen that in. Really more out of wishful thinking than anything. Oh, a magnifying lens. Isn't there something... right, so I think that's a loop. Boot could be oust. A top could be upon. Tickled and how? No idea. Soap spin-off. Somehow I know that this is Benson. I don't know how in the slightest earth-shattering invention. I've never seen Benson, I've never seen soap. And yet I know that's true. Isn't that guy... But I think the guy, Robert Guillaume from Sports Night, and who played the old man Vance, whose names I can't remember, from Half-Life 2. I think he was famous for that starring in that series, I think. Right, okay, so initiates. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure that clue starts with starts, so let's just carry on. Piddling. No idea. All right, 53 minutes down. Let's see. I'm certain about Benson, although I didn't know that I knew it, and I don't know how I know it. I do nevertheless somehow know it. Not going to know that one. Whole essence, if that's Hannibal. I can't see what the answer is. Glandular prefix. Medical terminology is something that I'm really, really bad at on crosswords in general. And music, and sports, and America, and history, languages, basically anything that requires any amount of knowledge of anything. This bottom left and this middle center and this sort of middle right, middle bottom, they're killing us. Right, okay, peace to Pushkin. I don't even remotely understand the question in that case. Is Pushkin a person? Whole essence, I'm nowhere on. I don't know who was in West Side Story. I'm sorry, but I don't. I've never seen it. It feels like I should know this. The bailout recipient. There was the G there is triggering something. There is like a 3-letter name, isn't there? That I'm close to being able to remember, but I can't. All right. So if that's a U, what could possibly go in there? If that was a 6-letter name ending with a U there, and it ends in the first. No, I don't know. Prevents. No idea. Let's look at this 1977 Sean Cassidy hit. We have to do something here because we're effectively not getting anywhere. So 1977 chart single, Hey Deanie, which means this is wrong. I think we had a fair inkling that that was the case. Okay. Edmund, maybe Edmund. So is this going to be something like prevents? Is this going to be something like it stops? Or some weird archaic bit of language like that, maybe? Time for a siesta perhaps could be 1 PM. Minimal could be merest, maybe. Fibonacci maybe was a Pisan. I don't know about the ballet step there. Hotels. Isn't there a hotel chain called Omni? So that would be SET blank INM sets in motion. Oops, in it's hard to type words backwards. So book report audit. That is definitely Gauss. Actress canon. We're going to have to look this one up, I think. It looks as though it might be Deanne Cannon, who was in Revenge of the Pink Panther, Heaven Can Wait, Death Trap, and Caddyshack 2. Let's try that. Piddling could be Penny Ante. When it's a round trip, it's not circular. Does that make any sense? Trip. Trap. It's a round trap. But a round trip can be circular. Well, I guess it isn't. Trick slangily. No, I don't know what this one square is. That's gonna hurt us. But let's see. Whole Essence, Shark Girl, and West Side Story. That one we can look up. It's West Side Story, not West Wide Story. I suspect that's going to be quite difficult. Let's look at the characters here. There is a character called Anita. That looks likely. It's AIG. Oh, that was an AIG. Whole Essence could be Be-all. And glandular prefix may be something like Adieno or something. Let's come back to that last square there. Some offshoots. Blank ECYS. Doesn't make any sense to me. In fact, these are all quite difficult, these remaining ones here. I think we're going to have to just cheat here. We've passed the hour mark, which I think in my head is kind of the point where we can start revealing the stuff that we're really stuck on. But let's see. Okay, so state bordering British Columbia has got to be Idaho, I think. Or then Permanent Hill will be the Dune, yes. True, false test, that's definitely right. Member of a noted quintet, no idea. All right. So yeah, we passed the hour mark. I'm going to check the puzzle, even though this is going to disqualify us from the scorecard. Okay, we're wrong here. So it's not Ashman at all. Oh, the Iranian currency will be a real then. Garbage collector will be just an ash bin, I guess, and bio will be high school class. That makes a lot more sense than Mayo. Imaginary is dreamt, not dreamy. Some offshoots could be a sect. Former Seattle Pro is probably a Sonic then. And let's see what else we have. Member of a noted quintet, ER blank E. Let's reveal that square. Erie. Oh, quintet with 5 Great Lakes. Okay. I don't know what the ingredient in glass making is, even after seeing those 4 letters there. So let's reveal that. Silex. What is that? I would never have guessed X there. It's any of various forms of ground stone. In modern contexts, usually silica. Okay. Study for a master's. Starting with sex, really? Stood for... Alright, let's reveal stood for. Denoted. I was thinking for, like, accepted. Stood for as in... Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, I was nowhere there. Small storage space. Reveal that word. Byte. For goodness sake, bloody computer scientist, I didn't even see that. Of course, it's talking about digital storage and yeah. Okay, so it looks as though we do have SOB, land, get, study for a master's sexology. No idea why that has to do with a master's. Trick slangily, and once again. Let's reveal that square. I said, okay, I didn't even, okay, and hose, to hose someone, to trick someone is to hose them. And let's reveal that last clue. We have glandular prefix and piece to pushkin. I've got to reveal this square, I'm nowhere. Adreno, okay. Adreno, and Mir means peace in Russian because it's the name of the space station. I knew that that meant peace. Well, I'm going to go and massage my aching leg after kicking myself so hard so many times over the last couple of minutes. That was a fun puzzle with quite an interesting gimmick to it, but towards the end there, my brain just completely stopped working. I can do so much better than that. I do apologise. I feel the need to deeply personally apologise to you for that terrible showing towards the end. Well, nevertheless, thank you very much to my 2 regular viewers for watching. I'm a glutton for punishment, so I will be back next Sunday with another Let's Play the New York Times crossword.